Today, we're doing shoulders. So one of the things that you gotta think about when you're doing shoulders, a lot of people don't pay attention to the fact that you have different parts of your shoulder. So you gotta make sure you hit the front part right here, you know, so that from the front, you're looking at me, you can tell that there's a separation in my shoulder. And then also the sides right here, you wanna make sure there's a big separation from your shoulders to when it gets to your tries and biceps. And then of course, the back of the shoulders. In addition to all these parts of the shoulders, I always add my traps on shoulder days. We're gonna start now. Start off the shoulder workout with a warm-up on this machine. You really wanna focus, target that front shoulder area. You know, so you're sitting on the machine, you're pushing up, make sure you really get this muscle right here. But of course you start light, start off with just one plate of 35 and just keep adding as you go until you get that nice warm feeling in your shoulders. A lot of people neglect the next thing I'm going to do, and it's very important. And the reason that is because, of course, you have to make sure you focus on your entire shoulder, front, top, and back. And so what I'm doing here is the rear delt. I just use this butterfly machine for it, and I just, you know, open up from the back. You sit there facing the machine, and you pull your arms back, making sure to focus right on that muscle behind the shoulder. And that's also going to help you get that nice round shape from the front, side, and the back. Alright, so this next exercise is very important to help get the definition in the shoulders. And the reason that is because, see, we have this hole right here on the shoulder. And the more you do this, the more it accentuates that hole. So it helps to make sure that every single part of your shoulder is kind of busted out. So I come on here and do maybe about 3-4 sets, 10 to 15 reps each set. And this is always a staple part of my shoulder workout. Alright, so the next thing we're doing is the dumbbell press. Right? The idea behind this is that you want to make sure the arms are parallel to the ground every time you come down and you push straight up from here. This is actually one of the only pressing exercises that I do for my shoulders. And the reason that is because it's not that natural for me, just based off of my genetics. So on here I'll do maybe 3 sets. I won't go too high. The highest I think I've gone on here is maybe 90 pounds for the dumbbells. But besides that, I won't do too much more of pressing exercises for my shoulder workout. I always end my shoulder workouts with my traps. And for me, you know, the traps are part of the shoulders. It points out the whole everything up here. But also, you never see somebody that you think of as big as somebody with small traps. So it's always important to do that, to do your shrugs. This gym has this machine here, and I'm not sure you'll find this everywhere else, but it's easy to also do your shrugs with just a regular barbell, or you could even use the dumbbells, you know, to do the shrugs, as long as you always do them. For me, I always put them at the end of my shoulder workout.
You're on.
So that was shoulder day. Make sure you always focus, even if you don't do the same exact exercises that I did for my shoulder day, but make sure that what you put in your shoulder day has something that targets each part of your shoulders, in addition to the traps.